Hi, it's Sean here, and I'm going to take you through the essay today, looking at brainstorming and planning. What is an essay? That's the first thing we have to think about when we sit down to write an essay. Well, it's defined often as a short piece of writing on one subject, presenting the author's own views. But we have to ask ourselves a question, and that is who? Who are we? Who are you? When you sit down to write a Cambridge exam task, you need to think about who you're supposed to be. And in this task below, you see that you're told that you're in a class and that you have attended a panel session on facilities which should receive money from local authorities. So, this means that you are a concerned student, you're knowledgeable in public funding, and you're interested enough to write an essay. Okay, now think about what you need to decide in this question. Here's the task. Which facility should receive money from local authorities? Would it be museums? Would it be sports centers? Or would it be public gardens? So you have to become knowledgeable about the topic, and you have some notes on the topic. Some opinions were expressed in the discussion, such as museums aren't popular with everybody. A drawback, obviously, of museums. You also have that sports centers mean healthier people, so this is a positive point about the sports centers. And you also have a town needs green spaces. Parks are great for everybody. So you have to follow the rules, though. Using those notes and using the question, you then need to follow the rules, which is to write an essay discussing two of the facilities in your notes. You should explain which facility it is more important for local authorities to give money to. So you need to choose two and then prioritize and say that one is more important. And you can use the opinions expressed in the discussion if you wish, but try to use all of your own words as much as possible. Okay, so now let's make a plan. One thing that's really good to do to plan is to draw a circle on the paper. This is my approach. And from that, I decide how many main points I need, and I draw the lines out. So we have the topic in the center. That's what we're going to put. Then we need to put one of our choices and reasons for those choices. This should not take you very long. This is a place to catch keywords. It's not to write sentences. Then put choice 2 and also some more reasons. Okay, so let's see this in action. So this thing about funding. First of all, facilities that should receive public funding goes in the center. Then from there, I'm going to choose museums, and that's going to be actually my main focus. I could write most about that. So I'm going to talk about education, I'm going to talk about entertainment, and I'm going to talk about preservation of culture. On the other side, I'm going to choose green spaces. I'm not an athlete, so I want to talk about relaxation, quality of life, environment, and an attractive community. Now I've drawn another little line, and that's not because I'm going to have a third point. It's because I want to have 4 paragraphs. Now listen carefully on this one. The center is the first paragraph. Basically, you need to repeat the exam question in your own words, showing a context and demonstrating what this essay is about, with your opinion incorporated in it. Then you're going to give your first choice, which is museums. So that's the second paragraph. Then, going on to the third paragraph, green spaces. So you just discuss that. And that's probably a shorter paragraph, actually. And then you need closing ideas. Now, in my closing ideas, I brainstormed a little bit, and I came up with some vocabulary that I thought was good and would be useful. I want to attract, or by choosing these 2 options, I could attract tourism, I could boost the economy, I could lower crime, and I could benefit the community. Okay, so funding these 2 facilities would promote all of these things. Okay, that's step 4. Now step 5 is envisioning the essay. Now, a lot of my students have a tendency to start writing at the top of the page. There are little lines at the top of the page. It's not because you're supposed to do anything with those lines here. You don't have to do anything up here. But what I want you to look at is, for one thing, we may choose a title if we like. This is one paragraph. This is the intro paragraph. This is another paragraph. This would be talking about museums. Then we're going to talk about the green spaces. And this is an odd essay. I actually have a lot in my conclusion, but typically your conclusion paragraph would be shorter. Now I want you to have from this 4 paragraphs, as we mentioned before, and you know that the exam task requires 220 to 260 words. So this is what the exam topic looks like. You're very familiar with that. But by breaking it down and looking at the different areas of who you are, looking at the choices you have to make, becoming knowledgeable and thinking about how you would incorporate these ideas, and then knowing the rules, finally followed by planning, you will have a great essay. If you want any more examples, if you want to see a visual viewpoint of what an essay looks like, you can look at the back of your book, page 186 to 187. And you can also go to the Cambridge English website where I got this example from. Hope this is helpful, and happy essay writing.